Now look at this news article. Recently, our government has brought in the Draft Telecommunication Standards Conformity Assessment and Certification Rules 2025. So from the prelims perspective, we have to learn about what are all the key changes that has been brought in. So this particular topic, it can be asked in the prelims as well as mains. In prelims, it can be asked under Indian Polity and Governance, and GS paper 3. In mains, it will be asked under IT, space and computers. So we shall start with what are all the key changes. So it actually revises and streamlines the framework for standardization and certification of telecommunication equipments. So this particular rules has been brought in to standardize, bringing a standard rules and regulations for and certification for the use of any kind of telecommunication equipments. So it is notified under Section 19 of Telecommunication Act 2023. Remember this. Moving on, we shall see about the difference between the existing and new framework. So currently, these equipments and their handling, it is actually governed by Telegraph Amendment Rules 2017, but it has been replaced. It will be replaced by Draft Rules 2025. And the existing standards, specifications and conformity assessment remains valid. Now moving on, we shall see about the key provisions of the draft rules. Firstly, strict compliance requirement has been brought in for the stakeholders as well as operators, and there are two important regulatory authority. Firstly, Telecommunication Engineering Center. Secondly, National Center for Communication Center, in short called as NCCS. Combinedly, they will be looking into the functions of reviewing rules, standards and conformity measures, and they will be setting guidelines for labs to become conformity assessment bodies. So these conformity assessment bodies, they will assess the standard, whether the particular equipment meets the standard that has been framed by the rules or not. So moving on, we shall see about the complaints and exception. So the conformity certificate must be prominently displayed by the operator for sure, and there are certain exceptions which includes research and development and demonstration, testing and personal use that is subjected to legal requirement. So if you are using the equipment for your personal use or for demonstration or for testing, then you are not under this particular rules, except that for any other application of the telecommunication devices, you have to get this particular certification. Now moving on, we shall see about the penalties. So if you are not complying, you will be subjected under fines. There will be seizure and disruption of non-compliance compliant equipments, as well as a dedicated digital portal for compliance tracking, updates and submission will be there. Now moving on, we shall see about the applicability. So the applicability will be applied on original equipment manufacturers, authorized Indian representatives, importers, distributors, sellers, as well as licensors and users. So for all of them, this particular rules will be applicable, and it will strengthen India's telecommunication security, standardization and compliance oversight, and it will safeguard nation's telecommunication network from security vulnerabilities. This is a very important thing. Currently, we could see a lot of breaches of data, particularly due to this telecommunication devices, and that is why this particular rules has been brought in with all considering all the drawbacks. Now, based on the article that we have discussed, I have framed a question for you. What is the main purpose of the draft rules? So here it is specifically talking about the telecommunication draft rules of 2025. The correct answer is to strengthen India's telecommunication infrastructure, security and compliance oversight.